TomoNews presents If Pokemon Trainers Were Real.
Dickhead pokes spider whose venom causes spontaneous erections.
Hey, you sucker! Leave me alone! Stop it! You call yourself a naturalist? Leave me the alone! Oh, right, a stick. Nice! Leave me alone! Oh, you limp dick wuss! Stop it! Hey! Right, you find me in the jungles of Bolivia, and what do? You poke me with a fucking stick! Stop it! I have a family, you sucker! Stop poking me! Sure, my venom gives erections. What, you got a problem? Stop poking me! Stop! God fucking damn it! God, stop poking me, you motherfucker! God, not the stick again, you face! There! How about a little sting? Hurts, doesn't it? Kind of like being poked with a stick. You bucket of demon spunk! Leave me the alone!
Dutch police train eagles to take down drones. Dutch police are tackling a high-tech problem with a low-tech solution, training eagles to take down drones. This video, released by the force, shows the majestic birds of prey learning to combat potential scourges of the sky. Although still in the testing phase, police said this new flying squad could be used to neutralize drones flown by criminals or terrorists. Earlier this month, a British think tank warned terrorists could use drones as airborne explosive devices, or to attack world leaders. A Dutch police spokesman explained that the eagles see the drones as prey. Once it has plucked the device from the sky, an eagle will take it to a place where there are no other birds or people. The police will make a decision on whether to set up a dedicated anti-drone eagle unit within the next few months. The force said it was also examining several other ways to combat drones, including equipment to remotely take control of the devices.
Man enjoys being attacked by a whip spider. This man, apparently an insect lover, posted a video on ViralHog about how a wood spider likes to bite his hand in the breeding room. Whip spiders are also known as tailless whip scorpions. They are harmless to humans and can be found in tropical and subtropical regions worldwide.
Miami cockfighting ring busted, around 200 arrested. Around 200 people were detained on Thursday afternoon after police uncovered an illegal cockfighting ring in Miami. The illegal cockfights were being held in a multi-acre property in southwest Miami-Dade County. After months of surveillance, police raided the address and found an active fight between two roosters going on. Dozens of cages housing roosters were also found. The animals are usually fitted with spikes and dosed with steroids to prepare them for the fights. Corrections buses were brought into the property to carry those arrested to the county jail. Thousands of dollars, drugs and firearms were also confiscated. Those arrested will face various charges related to drugs, possession of weapons, illegal gambling, illegal sale of alcohol, and animal cruelty.
Zookeeper injured after being trampled by Rhino. A zookeeper who was seriously injured after getting trampled by a 2-ton rhino at the Whipsnade Zoo is in stable condition after surgery. It is believed the zookeeper in his 50s was feeding the animals inside the Asian rhino enclosure when a greater one-horned rhino, believed to be named Ajang, suddenly turned on him. Ajang trampled, gored, and stamped on the keeper before leaving him immersed in a wallowing pool. Colleagues rushed to his aid and found him immersed in water and helped him out. The keeper was treated at the scene by paramedics for injuries to his chest, abdomen, and pelvis before being transported to the hospital. An investigation is underway to find out what happened. Doctors said he is now out of surgery and his condition is stable.
Camel kicks, bites, and suffocates American caretaker over Coca-Cola. Tragedy struck a wildlife sanctuary in Tulum, Mexico, when a forgotten soft drink turned out to be the straw that broke this camel's back earlier this week. Guerrero the camel killed his own caretaker, Chicago native Richard Molesky, who founded the Tulum Monkey Sanctuary 15 years ago. Richard approached Guerrero when he got out of his gated area on Monday. Any other day, and that might not have been a problem, but according to a civil defense official, Guerrero was used to having a Coca-Cola every day. And on that day, the camel didn't get his fix. So Guerrero attacked his 60-year-old caretaker, kicking him and biting him repeatedly. Richard's co-workers tried to fight the camel off, but nothing worked. The camel eventually sat on Richard, suffocating him. It took ropes secured to a pickup truck to pull the animal off. Environmental authorities are investigating the sanctuary, and in the meantime, they've seized Guerrero along with 13 spider monkeys, 2 emus, 6 deer, 2 llamas, and a wild boar.
Harvard researcher grows maggots from his skin. A Harvard University entomologist successfully grew botflies under his skin as an experiment. It began when a female botfly laid eggs on the belly of a mosquito. This mosquito then bit entomologist Pietro Nastrecki, who was busy taking pictures of frogs in a rainforest in Belize. As the mosquito was feeding, the eggs hatched and tiny larvae crawled into Nastrecki's skin. As the larvae enter human skin, the immune system automatically sends white blood cells to attack them, which for the larvae are tasty snacks. Nastrecki said 3 larvae survived the first week after he got home. However, one of them was particularly active and painful, so he decided to get rid of it but kept the other 2. 10 weeks later, 2 beautiful botfly larvae were ready to crawl out of Nastrecki's body. Why did he do it? According to Nastrecki, I figured that being a male, it was my only chance to produce another living, breathing being out of my flesh and blood. Pet store owner loses the plot on crystal meth. An Oregon pet store owner was arrested after tipping a prostitute with an exotic animal allegedly stolen from his own shop. Nate McClain, owner of the aptly named Zany Zoo in Eugene, is charged with soliciting a prostitute, but that fact doesn't do justice to perhaps one of the craziest stories we've ever heard. It all began in March when 2 burglaries were reported 5 days apart at the Zany Zoo. Police said surveillance footage from neighboring businesses revealed that McClain broke into his own store. Some $7,000 in Girl Scouts donation money allegedly went missing, along with a laptop and a Galago primate named Gooey. The Galago is a small, furry creature with wide eyes, also known as a bush baby. Gooey is valued at $2,500. Police recovered Gooey from an out-of-town prostitute who said she got the animal from McClain. The woman said McClain paid her for sex with funds from the pet store and gave the bush baby to her as a tip. Now, you're probably wondering what could motivate someone to act as bizarrely as McClain. Well, here's one possible explanation: crystal meth. McClain was picked up on a DUI charge when officers saw him leaving a porn shop, seemingly under the influence of meth. He was interviewed again 2 days later, when officers noted once more that he appeared to be high. Unlike Gooey, the missing money has still not been recovered. Police said there was not enough evidence to lay charges against McClain for the alleged theft. But writing on Facebook, McClain's wife said she was the owner of Zany Zoo, and her husband was no longer associated with the business. McClain is due in court on May 5th. Friendly walrus kills 2 men during underwater death hug. In a story that sounds like something out of director Kevin Smith's debut horror flick Tusk, a walrus has killed 2 men in China. The incident saw the walrus take the lives of his trainer and a tourist at the Chaco Wildlife Park in Rongcheng City in China. In the as-of-yet undated event, reports indicate the tourist somehow fell into the killer sea beast's barrier-less aquatic lair. Knowing little of what would happen next, the creature's trainer dived in to try and save the man. The 1.5-ton beast then apparently hugged both men and pulled them underwater. Despite their efforts to break free, both men drowned as the walrus took them deeper and deeper. Staff thought it was being playful at first and later tried in vain to push the walrus from the men with bamboo sticks. Footage of the incident was posted to Chinese social media, prompting netizens to question the safety at the park. But the barrier-less walrus exhibit reportedly remains open. Silly of anyone to assume that China would look out for the health and safety of employees, just like it does human rights. Which is to say, not at all.
The battle for North American supremacy. American eagle versus Canada goose. Canadian photographer Lisa Bell recently found herself witnessing the majesty of nature up close. Early on the morning of June 3rd, while vacationing on Vancouver Island, she caught the sight of a bald eagle descending upon an unsuspecting Canada goose. Scrambling for her camera, she managed to photograph the remarkable tussle of these two feathered foes. The eagle, maybe a bit too cocky with its catch, left the door open for the goose to duck out from underneath. And the Canuck didn't take the opportunity for granted, making a break for it as fast as his wings could flap. Sensing the water was where he might hold the advantage, he dove into a nearby pond and got himself to safety, minus a few scratches and bruises, no doubt. In instances like these, it matters not who lost the fight, for being able to live to fly another day in the face of certain death is, some would say, the ultimate win. The loser in this case would appear to be the arrogance of the superior fighter, who could only exit the ring knowing he alone let the glory slip through his talons.
Wild bears behave like savages on New Jersey Street. Most of us think of bears as cuddly vegetarian furballs. They are also often adorable stuffed toys or cartoon characters. But bears have a dark side. A couple of less than gentlemanly wild bears in New Jersey were very cruel to each other on Monday. In the quiet residential neighborhood of Rockaway, two black bears had an altercation in broad daylight. At one point, it seemed like the two would stop behaving like animals and work out their differences face to face. But hopes for peace were quickly dashed when one of these animals brutally attacked the other without warning. The fight extended into the street, with the bears seemingly giving no thought to property damage. Careful! That Volvo could have been scratched. Then, in a bizarre twist, the animals apparently began making love, gyrating their furry selves against one another in something reminiscent of a pride parade. The love was soon lost, however, and the savagery continued until one bear decides to retreat into the woods, where hopefully he'll reflect on the senselessness of violence and the need for greater tolerance.
Fearless crane fights off two tigers in Chinese zoo. A red-crowned crane that accidentally fell into a tiger pit wowed a Chinese crowd on Saturday after it successfully managed to fight off two vicious tigers. The bird was blown into the tiger garden by strong winds at the Fugang Wildlife Park in China's eastern Zhejiang province. Witnesses cheered on the brave crane but were fearful that the bird was in danger of becoming the two tigers' dinner. Video footage captures the tigers immediately chasing after the big bird, which simply refused to end up as these cats' prey. The crane reacts by flapping its wings and using awesome fighting techniques that would have made the Karate Kid's Mr. Miyagi proud. Zookeepers eventually came to the rescue to apparently save the bird. Psh, as if this badass needed anybody's help.
Researchers discover angry octopuses turn darker colors. Scientists from the University of Sydney have discovered how octopuses communicate with each other by changing colors, including identifying certain poses that indicate a complex system of social signals that the marine creatures use to interact. After studying 53 hours of octopus footage, researchers concluded that the cephalopods turn a darker shade and try to make themselves appear larger or taller when they're being aggressive, and turn a lighter shade or make high contrast patterns when they're trying not to start trouble or if they just lost a fight. Darker octopuses will stand their ground when facing off with a lighter colored octopus. As you can see here, the octopus has taken a Nosferatu pose named after the vampire film. There goes the loser of the fight in a pale flash. This is the first study of a system of communication among fighting and high-fiving octopuses. In this clip, notice how the darker octopus chases the lighter ones away in a show of aggressive behavior. Octopuses have cells called chromatophores below the surface of their skin that allow them to change color.
Rhino chases villagers through southern Nepal town after escaping wildlife reserve. Nepali crowds in Hitata ran for their lives Monday, scattering and climbing balconies to evade a wild rhinoceros that had escaped from a wildlife reserve. The Parsa Wildlife Reserve in southern Nepal reportedly has no fences, so the enormous one-horned rhino made the 12-ish mile journey to a town in the Makwanpur district. Villagers scrambled to get out of the animal's path and then, naturally, posted videos to social media. Several videos show the rhino, which can run up to 34 miles per hour, chasing down motorists. Efforts to scare the rhino off with car honks and drums didn't work, and unconfirmed reports say at least one woman died and 6 others were injured.
If only this were just a scene from Jumanji.
Abominable snowman sighting in Spain caught on camera. That's right, folks. The proof the world has been waiting for has finally been uploaded. A Sasquatch, or Yeti, or abominable snowman, or just plain old Bigfoot, whatever you want to call him, has been spotted, supposedly. The footage is shaky and short-lived. Yes, that's all there is. 3 seconds. You've seen it in full twice now. But that's more than enough to get cryptozoologists, people who track and study the existence of hidden animals, into a frenzy. Look at him turn his head. You can't fake that. How dare anyone question its authenticity? The images were captured at a ski resort in the Pyrenees Mountains of northeastern Spain on January 29th. They were posted by a user named Kangaroo with the caption, "Strange animal spotted in Formigal. What the hell is this? A bear or a bloody Yeti?" The skier reported the sighting to the resort, which then led to an investigation. A spokesman for the resort stated that after combing the area, they found nothing and believe there's no cause for alarm. But they'll remain on alert just in case. So, what do you make of this? New evidence or another hoax? Let us know in the comments.
Bird vs. Bird, kestrel and barn owl battle in a tree. A British birdwatcher captured the following amazing footage of a nighttime slobber knocker between a barn owl and a kestrel. In the blue corner we have the barn owl, cute in demeanour but an all-out killing machine when cornered. And in the red corner we have the kestrel, derived from the French word crochel, which means to rattle. The name says it all. The prize for our winner? A comfy, cozy nest. The fighters are ready. It's time for a bird fight. And both competitors come out swinging. It looks like the kestrel has brought some support at the entry. The two are sizing each other up, and it looks like the barn owl has the upper hand. The kestrel has the owl with its back to the wall. Wait, what's he doing? Is he trolling him? I don't know what they're saying, but that looks like some mean trash talk. And the owl uses its weight. The kestrel looks outmatched. The kestrel just left. It looks like we have a winner. Well done to the barn owl. Wait, but who is that?
The video is titled Hungry Cougar versus Brave Dogs, and it was shot in Victoria, Canada. Brave dogs? Douchebag dogs is more like it. What you see here is a wild animal that wants nothing more than to be left alone. And let's not kid ourselves, this cougar could seriously mess over those dogs. What was the dog's owner thinking? Oh yeah, instead of calling animal control, let's shoot a video and post it to YouTube. Here is another set of douchebag dogs. This clip went viral this week and shows a couple of dogs irritating a kangaroo. Toward the end, the kangaroo actually appears to get the better of his harasser. Here is how we imagine this video ending. Hey you two people, keep your mutts healed. Your dogs aren't brave, they're just douchebags.